Make sure your hands are clean, so that mine are freshly washed. And I also have wiped down my platters, and my hair is also tied back. And also on this one, we're gonna put some of our pesto. And this one I'm gonna put it off to the side a tad, okay? The next thing I like to do is add the other cheeses that we're gonna use. So for the white platter, I'm gonna use a Havarti, and I'm just gonna simply fan these out and put them like, I like to take the pre-sliced cheeses like this here. And there are several things you can do with these cheeses. This is a manchego, and typically I like to stack them like this, and then I'll back them up onto something round, whether it is a sauce or a spread or a dip, and that looks really cute. And then when you put a garnish on top of that, it just makes the whole plate pop. But I'm gonna try things a little bit different. I'm gonna style my cheese. Think of it as artwork. I'm gonna style it so that these little points come out at different areas. And then I'm gonna take it to the corner here of my platter next to this goat cheese. Okay, so we have different types of, we have a soft, and then this isn't a hard cheese, but it is a lot more firm than our soft cheese here. So after I put down the cheese, I always think meat. And so we're gonna go with the capricola. And you just simply take the piece of meat like this. And there's so many different ways you can do this, but for this time, I'm gonna fold that in half and fold it again so that it makes a triangle. And then the secret is to kind of fluff up your top layer of the triangle, and you're just gonna tuck it into a corner. And so I'm gonna use this as the base, and then I have already pre-folded some, so I'm just gonna stick those corners in, and then wrap it around the cheese platter. And here, let me show you what I just did. So it kind of wraps around the goat cheese, okay? And that looks really nice. You do wanna leave some spaces to add some other colors and garnishes, okay? Fold here, but we're gonna prop this one up like a triangle, okay? So we have our little tent, I like to call it, okay? So you wanna make your salami tent. There's 3. For a small platter, this is gonna be for 2 people. And you don't want to overwhelm them with meat or cheese. You want just a variety, but also for it to look nice. So don't overwhelm the whole platter with meat. However, you want to have enough for everyone to have at least 2 pieces. Them into one straight line, and then you can back them up anywhere. And so for this one, I'm going to angle them here. And that leaves some space between to use some fruit and some other things in there. And then on the other platter, we're gonna use the same cracker. Okay, and this cheese. Artichokes for this one. So we're just gonna pile them in here. This is like an antipasta. Fresh artichoke, they are delicious. Some of our olives. Olives, pickles, large capers, anything like that really looks nice. So I'm just gonna pile these olives next to the cheese. There we go. And it's okay if it touches. Again, it just creates, you know, some colors that mix and mingle. And sometimes I tuck things underneath because you don't ever want to give someone a platter and then there just to be all these empty gaps. Okay? I'm just gonna take this corner and fill it up, and it's okay. It's okay, like if you have, you've already started putting in your cheese platter and then you realize, hey, I want to scoot something over, that's totally fine. Again, there's no rules, or you're not wrong for doing that. Okay? So we're gonna add a pop of color with some of these dried lemons. And we're gonna just slip through. Remember, 3 is the magic number. Just 3 right here. Kind of fan them out. Oh, it looks so beautiful. And then for the other platter, I'm gonna use some, let's move this little guy, some dried apricots. And these ones, they're dried, but they have sunflower oil on them, so they really do look beautiful on a platter because they have a little shine to them as well. I like my platters to be a little bit shiny. Type of smaller fruit. I consider this a garnish, so now we're on the garnishing stage, and just want to add in, you know, where there's those empty spaces, just want to add some blueberries. Looks really pretty. And these blueberries are large and they are in charge. They're delicious. Large and in charge blueberries, if you've ever heard of that. Okay, perfect. Last but not least, we're gonna add some rosemary as a garnish. This is pre-washed. And obviously for a platter this size, these are way too big, so you can just trim them up. This one would probably be okay. So you always want to garnish your sauces and your dips. I'm just going to take my scissors here and cut this one in half, just like so. And you can do a lot with these. You can just lay them across, just, you know, like that, or you can turn them to the corner, or you can stand them straight up. And this one, I'm just going to fan it out and put it right there. And then, of course, the flavors will also seep in there. And for this one here, there's a nice little gap right there, so we're going to stick one. Actually, I don't like that end. So building a cheese platter is not hard. It's just sort of like a step-by-step process. And I have a 5-step process to how I teach to build a cheese platter. And I teach that in my workshops. Okay, and I'm going to do one more piece. I give you all the details. I also tell you what wines pair well together with the cheeses we're using. So those look beautiful. I'm very proud of them, except for I don't want to take that one to the side. I want it across. I just like that better. So, and then for this one, it pairs really nice. These cheeses with a Sauvignon Blanc, so I have picked out an Oyster Bay. Oyster Bay, this is like a $10 bottle of Sauv Blanc, and it is a hidden gem, I'm just going to tell you. So thank you, Oyster Bay. And then the decoy, you know, it's a great, this is only $17-ish, depending on where you buy it, and it's from Sonoma County, which is one of my favorites. And it's just a great wine for a great buy. That is our little tutorial on a small cheese platter. These would be perfect for 2 or 1 if you want to have dinner. Eating that as your dinner. And thank you for watching.